Hey guys, welcome back to another video. So on this video, we're going to be working on the E36 today. We're actually going to be doing a French headlight conversion. If you don't know what that is, basically we're going to be painting the lens in the headlight yellow as well as the fog light to match. I think it's going to be a little bit of a different method to what's out there. A lot of people just use tint, but we're going to go with painting the actual lights. So stay tuned for that one. If you do get any value out of the video, don't forget to chuck me a subscribe, chuck this video a like. It's literally free and motivates me to make more content. But yeah, we'll get stuck into it now. So we've obviously just started off with jacking the car up. It's not super critical. You could probably do it with the car on the ground. However, just to get to the back of the fog lights, it's a lot easier to show you what's going on if I just jack the car up. So pretty much we're just going to take off the headlight now. There's just a couple bolts here and here, as well as a little bolt down in there. I'll show you once we get them off, but yeah, those should get the headlights off. And I think there's just some Phillips heads behind the fog lights for them to come off. So I'll just chuck it on time lapse, we'll get them off, and then I'll show you how it all gets together. Okay, so update the fog lights out. It was a lot easier than I thought. Pretty much in here, you can see there's like a little tab. Mine's broken off, so I couldn't see the lever. Basically, you just flick this lever forward, and then the light just pops out. Obviously, it's just got this connector on the back, but just unplug that. So yeah, super easy. Just hit that little thing. You could probably, like I said, just do it without even jacking the car up. Okay, so we're just gonna move on to the headlight now. Basically, there's one bolt here, another bolt here. There's a bolt in there, and there's also another bolt in there. Mine doesn't exist anymore, so it should be a lot easier. I usually like to just take the headlight and the indicator off as one piece. Should be a lot easier. Otherwise you risk breaking the tabs on the indicator, which we don't want to do. So we'll just do that, chuck it on time lapse, and we'll smash it out. So headlights out, like I said, just this screw here is kind of a bit of a pain to get to, but if you have an extension, you should be able to get it from the top there. We ended up just having to take the indicator off the headlight to get it out. It was a little bit stuck, but she's out now. We'll just smash out the other side, and then we'll get to cracking open the headlights and give them a coat of paint. Alright, so here's the headlight itself. Obviously we want to de-coloring the inside lens, so this lens. Basically what we're going to have to do is pop all these tabs off. There's quite a few, and what that'll allow us to do is slowly move the lens out. So I'll just quickly show you, just doing one. Just be extremely careful. Obviously the plastic is quite old, so we don't want to break any of the tabs. That's coming off okay. Whoop. That seemed promising, and then we'll just pop the bottom ones off. That's one broken. Yeah, this one looks kind of already broken. Yeah, it's already broken here. So I think that should be it. There we go, look at that. Here's the lenses. Obviously we're gonna pop this one out, and then we will do that. So it's just got a couple more tabs here. Don't even want to scratch the lens, so I'm just gonna put a towel down. Looks like it's got some sort of seam sealer around there. So what I'll do is I'll just use a flathead and slowly work that out. There's one side out, and then we'll just do the other side. There she is. I'll try not to touch the top of it, but yeah, we'll just make sure that none of this crap gets in the lenses. Like inside the actual headlight, there's a little bit there. Obviously, it's gonna be really hard to get out, so we'll just make sure it's all shaken out. But yeah, that's what we're after. That's what we're gonna paint. So I'll just quickly pop you on time lapse and I'll do the other one. Alright, so first things first, we're just going to wipe the lenses down with just some brake cleaner just to clean the surface, get any grease, all that jazz off, and hopefully that'll just help the paint adhere nice and well. Now I'm just going to make sure the fog lights are pretty clean just because they're exposed, so these are probably going to be a little bit dirty. Yep, really dirty. Cool beans, they're all done. This is actually the paint we're going to be using. So we're actually going to be using like model paint. It's TS73 Tamiya color. So it's for plastics, but should work for us. It's just like a mini spray can. The word on the street is this is the stuff to use, just a couple light coats, and we should get the effect that we want. All right, so we're just going to start with the first coat. Never really used this before, so we'll see how we go. All right, so we're gonna go for coat number 2. Just gonna be a little bit just careful with this. I'm just gonna try to get on the sides of the fog light just because I know they're gonna be kind of hard to hit. All right, so the lenses and the fog lights are dried, so you can't really see much difference, but they're all dried now. What we'll do is we'll start reassembling the headlights and then we'll pop them back in the car. Okay, so the lenses themselves are actually exactly the same, so you can't get them mixed up, but pretty much we'll just slowly put them back in like so. They just sort of clip in. We'll get the other one. And I just shook out the headlight fronts just to make sure there's no debris or anything inside. We'll just shove that one in. Okay, and just with the seams that are on the edge, I'm just gonna get RTV and just slowly put a little bit of RTV around the edge. That way they're not rattling around, they'll fall out or anything like that. So we're just gonna use Toyota Black. It's the only RTV that I have around, but should do the trick. I'm just gonna slowly squeeze a little bit into here. So we've just sealed them up. Obviously you can see the RTV there and the RTV in there. It's just a rough job. Honestly, it just needs to make sure that they're not gonna rattle out or rattle loose. So I think that's good enough. Now we'll just reassemble the headlights. We just pop the backs on, then they'll be all good to go and ready to go back in the car. All right, so it's been about a day. The RTV has all dried, so the lens is firmly in there. It's not gonna move around. Now what we're gonna do is just gonna pop it onto the headlight itself. So I've got the wrong way around. Obviously, make sure 3 tabs match up with the 3 points there. You don't want to get these mixed up. Just make sure there's nothing in there. And then we'll just slowly slide it on until the tabs clip in. Go. Sweet. That's one headlight done. We'll just do the other one now. Sweet, so now we're just gonna pop the fog lights back in. It should be as simple as just lining up the tabs and then pushing them in, and then obviously plugging in the cable on the back, but yeah. So the fog lights are in, pretty easy, just pop them in. They're looking good. Now we'll just transition to doing the headlights. We'll just pop them in. So here's what the headlights look like. You can see, obviously that lens is now yellow. Looks pretty good. Now we'll just start the process of putting them back in. Just chuck it on time lapse, pretty much exactly the same as the reverse. We'll slowly get them in, put the indicator on, then push them in all the way, and then do the bolts up. here's the final product. You can see it looks so much better. Really pops with the red of the car. The yellow is just perfect, really good shade. All it was 2 coats, so that's really perfect. Just a quick, easy little mod that you can do. I think the paint was like literally $10, so yeah, really good results. But yeah, that's all from me. If you did get any value out of this video, don't forget to chuck me a subscribe, chuck this video a like. It's literally free and helps motivate me to make more content. But yeah, I'll catch you on the next one. See ya.